Yo, 3 years ago, I was on Tinder, swiping like a maniac, sliding into DMs, and I never thought that that day of swiping on DMs and sliding into people's Instagram accounts was going to change my life, chat. Yo, it changed my life. One random swipe on Tinder changed my whole life, and now I'm having a baby. Is that not crazy? Yo, I went from player from the Himalaya to the dad joke father who can't even come up with something on the spot for this video. It's funny. Damn, dude, I got caught. Yo, life is crazy, bro. I don't even know what to say. All I can say is that I wasn't expecting it, right? If you had told me 3 years ago, and it's been 3 years, or is it 2 years? It's almost 3 years. By the way, baby, come into the camera for a second so they can at least see you. They don't see that I'm making up a lie, you know? Just pick your face in. Just your little face, baby. Just your little face. There you go. They can't see your face more. There they go.
I'm literally in my fucking pajamas.
She's throwing a tantrum, chat. What was I saying? Anyways, how do I even begin this video? Look, this video is just off the cuff. I literally don't even know what I'm doing. The title of the video was supposed to be one random swipe on Tinder. Now I have a baby. I mean, I do have a baby. Maybe I need to really think about how I feel, right? Because I didn't see this coming. I really didn't see it coming. You know, back when I was on Tinder swiping left and right, literally left and right. And also, for the record, y'all better be swiping left occasionally, right? Some of y'all niggas don't got no standards. Some of y'all don't got no standards. I always was a guy who was really picky, and I was swiping left like crazy. You know, I was only swiping right on baddies. They had to have the face card, the body card, and also have a career and not be bums. I was only swiping right on baddies. That's why I don't regret it, right? You can't, I always hear these guys. I see guys and they're in relationships, and I look at them and I look at their girl and I look at their face and I see the regret on their face. And it's like, you're regretting it because you didn't have standards, buddy. Every single time I met a girl off of social media and I hooked up with her, I kind of didn't care if something bad happened because I was like, yo, like, she's pretty. She's not a bum. I'm good. There was risk, but there wasn't that much risk, right? Because you're not just picking any random girl that doesn't have anything going for her, right? My girlfriend, she works at the hospital. She has a good salary. She is responsible. She's smart. She's attractive. There's really not that much risk versus you being desperate and going with any girl and then getting them knocked up and then regretting it. So that one Tinder swipe, you know, it was risky in the moment, but at the end of the day, I don't regret it, right? I'm actually kind of excited. Now, I will be honest that even though we had been dating for like 2 years before my girlfriend told me that she was pregnant, I still wasn't expecting to have a kid this early because I have a lot of career goals, you know, I have a lot of financial goals that I want to accomplish. And I was kind of afraid that having a child would slow those goals down. And I could be right, you know, but at the end of the day, I've matured enough in my career that even though I did get let go a few weeks ago, I can find another job making the same amount of money, and I think I can still progress. As long as I have good time management skills. I mean, like, people keep telling me it's gonna be hard to do YouTube and have a job and have a kid, but those are all people that have poor management skills. There's a reason why I was able to accomplish this goal of getting a supercar McLaren. There's a reason why I have a $20,000 Rolex on my wrist. It's because I am a person who knows how to manage his time, right? Even right now, today I woke up, I made like 3 videos so far, 4 videos. I normally don't make multiple videos on the same day, but today I'm doing that because why not? It's the most efficient way to do this. And I don't know why I haven't done it in the past, but that's besides the point. We're going on a tangent. My thing is that on Tinder, on Bumble, on whatever app you're using to get your girls, you need to make sure that as a man, you're holding your standards, right? You're not just trying to sleep with any girl, because sleeping with any girl can be a fatal mistake. You know, if I got the wrong girl knocked up, that could be a fatal mistake. That could be career ending. It could ruin your entire life. If she doesn't have the right moral character, if she doesn't have the right personality, it could ruin your whole life. You know, I'm lucky that I've always had enough discernment. I've always had the ability to, you know, attempt to pick the right people. And my girlfriend right now would argue like, oh, some of the people you had in the past were, they were bums. But in reality, none of them were bums. I mean, I've gone out with models, actors, discount actors, but they were in a TV show. So I gotta say they were an actor. Even though they were a bum, they were actors. I'll still stand on business. Actors, other engineers. Everybody was, in my books, attractive. Everybody, for the most part, had their own financial income. Now, I'm not gonna lie, some of them were making their own money, but they still wanted to try and, oh, can you lend me? Can you do this? Fuck that. Hell no. Kick rocks. Literally. The chick who was an actor, she's in a few things on Amazon. That chick, she had money. She had her own car. She had her own place. She had her own money. She was attractive, obviously. But she still wanted to gold dig a little bit. I'm like, hell no. And I kicked her to the curb. Now imagine if I didn't have the balls, if I didn't have the spine to kick her to the curb, and I had gotten that girl knocked up, I'd be in a Brittany Renner situation. She'd be taking me for all I got. I'd be going to what is it called when they're trying to take money from you for the kid? Child support court. This is why you got to pick the right girl. You got to pick the right girl, man. So one random swipe did end up making me a father on Tinder, but I don't regret it. I don't regret it. Now, I'm saying a lot of stuff. I trust my girlfriend. I think she has a very good personality. I don't think anything bad's gonna happen in the future. But I mean, time will tell, right? People change. She said, fuck you. This video will be testament to that. I hope that I never have to come back to this video and be like, shit, this didn't age well. But I don't see that happening. I really don't see that happening. You know, I feel like me, he said, I'm stuck with her. Me as a person, I'm a very honest, transparent, and open person. And I think for the most part, we have good communication. Unless one of us drastically changes, I don't think that anything bad would happen. If anything, I would be the person who would probably fuck this up, right? Because I'm very shallow. If my girlfriend gained like 300 pounds, I mean, shit, I might have to go get the milk. I ain't gonna lie. But for the most part, I guess I'm the person with the red flags in this scenario, right? For the most part. To go back to the story about her being pregnant, she's 9 months pregnant. Our child could be born at any moment. She's past her due date. So for all I know today, I might have to be jumping in a car and going to the hospital. I don't know. I don't know the time or the hour. I'm excited to see what our child is going to look like and how the child is going to develop into a adolescent and then adult, and also what they're going to do with their life. I hope as a new father, you know, I don't know if most new fathers, most new parents think about these things. Like I said, I tend to project my thoughts into the future. I said that in another video. I do it a lot. But the child is not even born yet, and I'm already worrying about what they're going to do when they're a teenager and what they're going to do as an adult, right? I don't know if that's a good sign or a bad sign. It might be a good sign. It might be a bad sign. I don't want to be a helicopter parent, as they would call them. But at the same time, I don't want to suffer the extreme disappointment of having a kid and then the kid adding up to nothing. So I'm hoping that my kid is intelligent and decides to go to college and decides to get a career or become an entrepreneur, or do something really important and influential with their life, right? More than me, more than their mother. I just want to see them succeed. And that's the danger of swiping on Tinder, man. That's the danger of swiping on Tinder, guys. The danger of swiping on Tinder is, yo, you might be swiping, trying to just clap some cheeks, crack some shit open. And before you know it, you might be a parent, right? That's what happened to me. You guys think that I was planning on getting my girlfriend pregnant? First of all, you guys think I was planning on dating for more than a week? Man, I was just trying to crack. But I met her and her personality was really, 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 really good. Besides just her looks, she had a decent personality. She had a decent family. You know, a lot of people will meet a girl and the girl will have an awesome personality and the girl will be interesting and the girl will be attractive, but then their family will just be a mess. And that's happened to me in the past, right? There was some other chick that I dated and she was nice, she was friendly, she was funny, she was cute, but her family was a bunch of freaking drug addict, trailer trash, crash outs. And I think that can be equally as bad, right? That can be equally as bad. My girlfriend right now, current girlfriend, her family, they're all educated and successful people. They have a balanced head on their shoulders. They're not criminals. They're not drug addicts. They don't live in a trailer. And I'm not trying to be an asshole and pull people down that live in a trailer, but I've been there, done that. Been there, done that. Meeting some girl who's a model. You meet her at a photo shoot. You start dating her and you go to her house. Say, oh, let me introduce you to my family. And you go there and you pull into some rural community that's just a bunch of trailers. And her mom is covered in tattoos with a criminal record. Her dad is in prison. Her grandma's living there smoking a crack pipe in the corner. Granny on the crank smoking that crack pipe. Her sister's a streetwalker. Her brother's a non-binary who's selling his you know what on the streets. Everybody's just destroyed. They're loud, they're obnoxious, they're rude, they have no manners. You don't want to get stuck with a girl like that because what are you going to do at the wedding? That's embarrassing. At least for me, maybe I'm shallow, but that would be embarrassing. You know, and it's unfortunate to say, but sometimes you need to cut that person loose, even if you really like the person. You know, you meet her family, you observe all that shit. Sometimes you gotta measure it, man. You gotta measure it in your head. Say, you know what? Do I really want to deal with these people in the future? What happens when you have a kid? Right now, when our kid is born, our kid can go to Bailey's parents' house, and I'm confident that Bailey's mom is gonna take good care of the kid. They have a nice house. It's clean. I'm confident that nothing's going to happen to the kid. If I had a kid with the chick that from the past, I might leave my kid with her mom and my kid might start smoking crack. I might have a literal crack baby. It doesn't matter how educated that girl seemed, how attractive she was. It doesn't matter because her family was fucked. And also, family ties go deep. That girl could revert and turn into one of them, you know? So I think the point of this video was to kind of be funny and say, oh, I swiped on Tinder and now I have a baby. But the truth of this video is that more than anything is to tell young men to have fucking standards, right? To really, really, really think about what you're doing on social media, the girls you're meeting. Because it's all fun and games until you have 3 kids with a 300-pound linebacker whose family smokes crack on the weekends. You know? Then it's not going to be fun and games. Or you find some girl who's some sort of supermodel, but she's broke as hell and she wants money. And this whole thing was a ploy to take you for all you got. And next thing you know, you're in divorce court and she's fucking the guy who cuts the grass and you're paying their bills. You got to be very careful in this world, man. This world is a cold, hard place, right? Nobody's going to be looking out for you in this world. You got to look out for yourself. You gotta do what's in your best interest. But more than anything, you need to hold yourself to a higher standard. You need to hold yourself accountable for your decisions. And one of those decisions is choosing who you reproduce with, right? Who you hook up with, and not doing anything you're gonna regret later. And for the record, I don't regret it. I'm more than happy. I don't see anything in the foreseeable future that might cause any type of strife between us. And hopefully you find the same kind of happiness. So I hope this video helps you. I hope you found it funny. I hope I didn't yap too much. I know this one's kind of all over the place because I really didn't know what I actually wanted to say in this video. The title was a good title, I feel, and the topic is an interesting topic, but I just don't know what angle to take from it. So I hope the angle that I took, the angle of you having a standard and thinking through your decisions before you make them, I hope it at least helps you not make any mistakes, because I've seen a lot of guys ruin their life, right? I've seen a lot of guys ruin their life, and then they become bitter, and then they come on here and they tell people that women are bad and women are evil and blah, 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 and they become full red pill maniacs. And I want better for you. I want better for you. So subscribe, turn on notifications. I stream every single day, 6:30 p.m. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.